Hello, students. Today we are going to begin with our next chapter, chapter 4, from the diary of Anne Frank. Now, this lesson is an excerpt or an extract taken from the novel Diary of a Young Girl, and this is written by Anne Frank. Now, this is an autobiographical description that was first published in 1947. In this, Anne Frank has expressed her thoughts in a diary which was gifted to her on her 13th birthday. She names the diary as Kitty, which she considers as her only true friend. Now, we should note here that Hitler, as you would have studied in class 9th, was against the Jews, and he used to send them to the concentration camps and he used to kill them. So, these Jews who were living in Frankfurt had to move to Holland, and this family started living in a secret annex or an extension which was just above Anne's father's office. Now, one thing here, that when they were living in the annex, and before that also, Anne is describing that there was nobody in her life who could be called as a true friend. She could not share her secrets or could not vent her emotions with anybody, and that is why she started writing everything in her diary, which was gifted to her on her 13th birthday. And she also says that paper has more patience than people. Let us begin with the chapter. Annalise Mary, or we can say Anne Frank, 12th June 1929, February, March 1945, was a German-born Jewish girl. You know, she was a Jew and she was born in Germany, who wrote while in hiding. So they were in their hiding place with her family and four friends in Amsterdam during the German occupation of the Netherlands in World War II. So because Hitler and his party were against the Jews and they wanted to kill them, they had all gone to a hiding place. Her family had moved to Amsterdam after the Nazi parties of Hitler gained power in Germany, but were trapped when the Nazi occupation extended into the Netherlands. So, Netherlands or Holland. So, as persecutions against the Jewish population increased, so as the atrocities on the Jews increased, the family went into a hiding in July 1942 in hidden rooms in her father. Now, what is the name of the father? Anne's father's name is Otto Frank, office building. So it is the place of hiding or the annex was just above Otto Frank's office. Now you can see that there is a file photo, as I would wish myself to look all the time. This is her desire. Then I would maybe have a chance to come to Hollywood. So this is a feeling that is being shared here by Anne Frank. And now we continue with the chapter. After 2 years in hiding, the group was betrayed. Now, for 2 years, they continued to live in the hiding and they were successfully hiding there without being revealed by anybody. But later, they were betrayed by some of the insiders, and the group was betrayed. That means a group of people living in this annex were betrayed, deceived, and transported to the concentration camp. The concentration camp where Hitler used to keep many people together and used to kill them by very toxic or poisonous gas, where Anne died of typhus. Anne actually died of a disease that is known as typhus in Bergen-Belsen within days of her sister Margot Frank. Another character that comes into here is Margot Frank, Anne's elder sister, who was academically very brilliant and was good in everything. And that is why the mother of Anne Frank, Edith Frank, so Edith always used to compare Anne and Margot. And Anne was never able to excel Margot in any way. Her father, Otto Frank, the only survivor of the group. So Otto was the only one who survived even after all the others died, returned to Amsterdam. When everything normalized, Otto returned to Amsterdam after the war ended to find that her diary had been saved. Otto could not save his family. The only thing, the only precious possession that he could find was the diary of his daughter, that is Anne's diary, that he could save. Convinced that it was a unique record, and he thought that it is a very nice record, that is a unique one written by his daughter, he took action to have it published. So he actually initiated to got it published in English under the name The Diary of a Young Girl. So the father who survived, he made the memories of Anne Frank live eternally through this diary. The diary was given to Anne Frank for her 13th birthday. Now, to know that when was this diary actually given, it was given on her 13th birthday and chronicles the events. And what it incorporates, it has all the memories of her life from 12th of June 1942 until its final entry of 1st August 1944. Now, after 1st August, she couldn't write in the diary. It was eventually translated from its original Dutch into many languages. This diary is actually written in Dutch. Later it was translated into many languages so that it becomes easy and convenient for people to read her memories, and became one of the world's most widely read books, and it became a bestseller. There have also been several films, television, and theatrical productions, and even an opera based on the diary. And you know, whenever there is some experience that becomes famous, that is compiled in a book, it happens that many people make films on these books. So here also we know that on Chetan Bhagat's novels or many other famous writers' novels, many films have also been made. So many films have been made on Anne's autobiographical book also, or novel also, and many theatrical productions, many theatricals, many dramas were enacted. Even an opera was also there based on the diary, described as the work of a mature and insightful mind. And here, everybody has described that this work has been a very matured work, and this is an insightful mind. That means somebody who has introspected a lot. The diary provides an intimate examination of daily life under Nazi occupation. When the Nazis had invaded Germany, then it is a truthful account, it is a first hands-on experience of a person, and it is authentic enough, and that is why it is liked by people all over the world, and it popularized. Anne Frank has become one of the most renowned and discussed of the Holocaust victims. Now, Anne Frank is one of the most well-known and discussed of the Holocaust. Holocaust means something that is there is a massive destruction on a very large scale. That is a Holocaust victims. So here These are the victims of the Second World War and under Nazi occupation. Now, you should also remember one thing, that before last year, this novel was there in the syllabus of class 10th board examination, and students had used to read this novel. So this time you are not having the novel to read, but at least you can have a small description here through which you can understand the experiences of Anne Frank. Let us begin with the chapter exactly. Okay. Writing in a diary is really strange experience for someone like me. Here Anne Frank is actually speaking, and what she is saying, that writing in a diary is a very strange experience, something that she had never done earlier. Not only because I have never written anything before, but also because it seems to me that later, or neither I nor anyone else will be interested in the musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Now she is doubtful, she is skeptical about whether anybody would ever be interested in her diary. She's saying that, first, I don't have an experience of writing anything. Second, who would be interested in my life? I'm just a 13-year-old girl, and who would be interested in my life? Maybe I myself would never read it in future. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. But later, and you can see here that what it is written, that it seems to me that later neither I nor anyone will be interested in the musings. Musings means the thoughts or the reflections of mind of a person to get to ever greater need musings of a 13-year-old schoolgirl. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Later, the thoughts changed, and she thought that never mind, that nobody is interested in my life, but at least I should compile all my thoughts and pour it into this diary. I feel like writing, and she had a craving to write. Now what is the reason is also will also be seen here. And I have even greater need. First thing, I have a craving for writing, I have a desire for writing. Second is, I also need it urgently to get all kind of things off my chest. That means there are many thoughts which I am filled of in my heart, and I just want to pour them out. So I want to give vent to my emotions, my feelings, and I can't find any other way but this diary, because she says that paper has more patience than people. She says that paper is far more patient than people. If you tell anybody to people, anything to people, then maybe it may happen that they may react in a very awkward way, they may get annoyed. But paper has a lot of patience. It will absorb everything inside it and never reveal it to anybody. So you can share all your secrets in a diary. I thought of this saying on one of those days when I was feeling a little depressed and was sitting at home with my chin in my hands, bored and listless. I was very bored, I was depressed, and when I was totally unenthusiastic in my life, I thought that paper is better than people. And it is actually right in the world, wondering whether to stay in or go out. I finally stayed where I was. So I was brooding. Brooding means I was engaged in deep thoughts. Yes, paper does have more patience. Finally, she realized that yes, paper is the right way to give vent to your emotions than people. And since I'm not planning to let anyone else read this stiff bagged notebook, that is the diary having a hard cover, grandly referred to as a diary. And what is the name of this notebook? It is called a diary. Unless I should ever find a real friend. So until and unless I get a real friend, This diary is my friend, and she named this diary as Kitty. It probably won't make a bit of difference. So it is all right. Until I get a friend, I will write in this diary. Everything I will share in my diary. Now I am back to the point that prompted me to keep a diary in the first place. Now she is writing what is the reason she has chosen that I will write a diary. I don't have a friend. Now, such a kind of extrovert girl who has many people around her, how can she call that there is not a single friend? But it is possible in your life that you are surrounded with many people, but there is not a single one who can understand you nicely and you can confide in him or her. So it is almost possible. Let me put it more clearly. Since no one will believe that a 13-year-old girl, that is Anne Frank, is completely alone in the world. When you cannot actually believe this, and I am not, because she is actually surrounded by many people. Who are they? I have loving parents and a 16-year-old sister, Margot Frank, and there are about 30 people I can call friends. I have a family also, loving aunts also, and a good home also. No, on the surface, I seem to have everything, but in reality, I don't have any single true friend. I cannot share my secrets freely with anybody. I cannot confide into everybody. So I don't have any true friend. And that is why I have no other way but to share my experiences, my thoughts, my feelings with a diary. All I think about when I am with friends is having a good time. Friends are only to spend time with. They don't care about your emotions and feelings. I can't bring myself to talk about everything, but ordinary everything, everyday things. Hi, hello, how are you? I have done this, your work, that work. But I can't share everything. The deeper emotions are never shared by anybody because nobody is suitable enough to understand that. So I have no true friend. We don't seem to be able to get any closer. So I don't have any close friend. And that's the problem. Maybe it's my fault that we don't confide in each other. Maybe the problem is on my side. In any case, that's just how things are. But this is a fact, this is a reality. I don't have anybody, and so I am taking to diary to share my emotions. And unfortunately, they are not liable to change. And you know that the things are just like that, and unfortunately people are not going to change. They will never understand me, so I have no hope. This is why I have started writing a diary. So she has given here the reason of writing a diary: to enhance the image of this long awaited friend. Which is it? The diary. In my imagination, so I have exaggerated its importance. I don't want to jot down the facts in this diary the way most people would do. So people are actually just writing facts in the diary normally. But I want the diary to be my friend. I wanted it to be more than just noting down fact notebook, but I wanted to be actually acting as my friend. And I'm going to call this friend Kitty. And you know, a friend always has a name. And so I'm also going to refer it to with a name, and that is Kitty, that I have decided. I like this name very much, and I'm going to keep on writing with this name. I think you would have understood, students, till here. And the next part of the chapter will carry on in the next session. Please read it nicely and comprehend.